When actually rolling out strategy deployment, the process of rolling out your strategic initiatives, I coined this quote: implementing a process is not a strategic initiative. Business outcomes are. Period. And so this is a mistake we often see executive leaders, and we wanted to give you some insight as to how to overcome this, because what happens is that leader sees an opportunity for deploying growth in the business. What do? They identify a project, an initiative, or some kind of idea that's cooked up in their mind. They're doing it in isolation or without any background or any foundational thinking or guide for the business or implication for the business. And so what we end up seeing is a process being rolled out. We're going to bring TPM, we're going to do lean, SIA, we're going to roll out a new CRM, Salesforce, for example, or we're going to bring content marketing, right? And it's a bland promise. There's no tie-in to business outcomes. And so the first advice I'm going to give you here is stop the madness. That's not the way to go about this. So here's how I'm going to recommend you go about this. It has to do everything with the hows versus the what. In this process, leaders are supposed to provide the what, meaning what are the outcomes that we're going for and how much, in collaboration with their teams. And then the teams fill out the hows on how do we execute that. So the what's become business outcomes. Let me give you some examples. Some examples of what could be things like cash flow, things like market share, things like profitability, as you see here. And so what happens? We're pursuing cash flow increase. We're pursuing market share gains or profit improvement. So now your team has a what, a goal, a vision, a business outcome that they're trying to create for the business. And so now you're prompting collaboration. Now they have to think, how do we go about this? How do we accomplish that goal? And so that becomes the how. Now they can go about it in a number of ways. They can say, for example, for cash flow, they can say, we have to increase inventory turns or reduce working capital, reduce inventory, and so on and so forth. In the case of market share, they can say we can expand this market. We need to make this XYZ acquisition strategically. Or if it's in profits, we can say we need to improve efficiency so we can grow our margins. Now, guess what? It doesn't mean that originally what you were thinking about, TPM, lean, etc., is wrong, but that's not the way to actually convey that. Now, when we're in the how, that's when those things come in. Okay, if we're going to increase efficiency, we need to focus on whatever product line or business unit or what have you. This is how you do it. Always remember, implementing a process is not a strategic initiative. Business outcomes are. Give it a try. Let me know your thoughts.
To receive more tips on how to drive profitable growth in your manufacturing business, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on LinkedIn. If you have questions or want to learn more about us, visit us at alphanovaconsulting.com. I'm Dan Burgos, and thanks for watching.